Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Basin Bites. I'm your host, Dylan Jimenez, and joining with me today is our morning anchor, Kaylin Landers. Kaylin, how you doing?
I'm good, Dylan. Extra good today.
Extra good today. How you feeling being on the show?
I'm really, really excited. I've heard so much about Basin Bites. I've seen Basin Bites, and the day has come. I'm on the show.
Yes, you're finally on the show, and we
Yes.
got a lot of food on our plate. You know, we're eating from Casa Ortiz, a brisket plate. You know, we got loads of rice and beans. We got a pizza plate, one of their most famous dishes, and, you know, a really big fan favorite whenever people go and eat at Casa Ortiz. So it's got a taco, it's got flauta, it got enchiladas, it's got chile relleno. You know, that's a packed plate, a lot of things, and we also got green enchiladas too.
The most popular dish is actually the brisket, and that all started off with my father back in 25 years ago when they started off the catering business. They used to grill from scratch the brisket. We lost my father, fortunately, 7 years ago due to cancer, but my mom still continues her recipe of the brisket.
I'm going to give you the honor, so where are we starting first?
All right, so I've had my eye on this brisket the entire time. Not that the other stuff doesn't look delicious, but I just love brisket. So I'd say let's start with that.
Looks like it's got some little jalapeno seeds in there too, so it's got a nice little spice to it.
And I'm really sensitive to something being really spicy. I've kind of developed a spiciness palate over the years, but I don't think this is too much. I think it's just enough kick. So I applaud them for having that nice, easy, like medium, you know?
Oh, Kaylin, you know, we still got a lot more to go.
We do. I said to Dylan when I was setting this up, we have to get a second plate. I can't fit this all. It's just so much food. Again, not that I'm complaining, but just an observation.
So where are we going next now, Kaylin?
Want to try the flauta?
Fried just right.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily crispy, but it wasn't like just soft either. Like it was like crispy, like to perfection. Like you still felt that crunch.
Yeah, and that's important too, because say if it's like got too much oil from the fry, you know what I mean, and you can taste that, or it's kind of dripping oil. Not a fan of that. I think this was good, just right.
When I was there, some people that were leaving, you know, they paid and everything, and you know, they were just so friendly, you know, with the waitresses. You know, they feel like they knew them, like they were personable and everything, and so it just kind of seemed like they had regulars that go in there.
Yeah.
And it's great to see that too. And you know, one of the people that I saw, you know, told them like, this is my third day in a row coming here. So I mean, man, like you come in 3 days in a row, and it really says something about the restaurant.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if there's regulars, you know that you can trust what they're gonna say. They'll say, "I like this. This is," but sometimes I'm in the mood for this. Like those are the people you go to.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. No, I definitely agree.
That's one thing our clients actually like, that our food is daily fresh. It's made out of scratch. Our produce, actually, we get them from El Paso. Fresh produce, that's where you have actually your good ingredients, taste, or spices. They actually come from Mexico, from Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua.
You know, if I had to pick a favorite so far, I think I'd have a hard time choosing. They're all just different and good in their own ways. You know, it's hard to decide yet.
I do love a good chile relleno, so I think that's got to be my favorite so far.
Fair enough. I get that.
Quiero darle gracias a toda la comunidad, a todas las personas que siguen apoyando aquí a Casa Ortiz.
Let's go for the smaller one here.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's good. And I think the cheese is important too, because again, you got that little kick there. The cheese kind of offsets that kick, so crucial part.
I just think that's the fun part, Caitlin, is the kick.
Yeah, this is really good. I like the flavor of this. It seems very like simple in a good way, but like that's almost, you know, it sort of speaks for itself. Like, does that make sense?
I think simple sometimes is hard to achieve.
Yeah, and I think they mastered that. So kudos.
And like I said, you know, everything is homemade. You know, they pride themselves on that.
Yeah.
And they just love to deliver a delicious meal, and that's what we're getting so far.
I think it's always important too to support local businesses, support local businesses who work so hard to have people enjoy their food, and especially like you said during COVID, these are tough times, and instead of going to those chains, this is the perfect time to go help out people in your community.
Covered all our bases
Yeah.
on the plates.
Yeah.
From the brisket, the chile relleno, the enchilada, the taco. So we're kind of winding down here, but have you picked anything to be your favorite yet?
I've always enjoyed tacos, and I really enjoyed trying some of the new stuff here, but it's just always been my favorite, not to knock the other stuff. The other stuff was delicious, but I kind of go back to the classics I'm used to. How about you?
No, for me, it's kind of a tie between the chile relleno and the green enchiladas. The chile relleno, I love those things. They're so good, and this one was really good too.
Yeah.
But I love the kick the enchiladas gave.
Yeah.
I really do. I really liked how it wasn't overbearing spicy, but I could just feel just kind of take over, and hit my tongue, and then right here on the side of my cheeks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I loved about it. But I think it's kind of a tie. But I might have to go back sometime and try it out.
Oh, darn. We have to go back and try it. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much for inviting me, Dylan. This is so fun.
No, thank you, Kaylin. I do appreciate it. Like I said, we're winding down here, but Kaylin, just any final thoughts, on the food maybe or anything?
If you're not used to spice like me, try it. Try anything. Try everything. Go with a few friends and see if you can kind of, COVID safety split dishes and see how that goes. That's what I'd recommend. Just kind of figure out what you like. But yeah, do that. Enjoy. Eat local, and you'll like this restaurant. I promise.
Yeah, no, definitely agree too. And if you're not comfortable sitting down too, they do still do curbside. They did said whenever restaurants were closed, they do delivery, but right now they are short staffed, so I'm pretty sure they're not doing delivery.
Right.
And so, but they do do to-go orders. You can do curbside. You can do just call it in.
Yeah.
And they'll have it ready for you too. Like I said, homemade, fresh. You're not going to be disappointed.
Exactly.
Well, Kaylin, thanks again for joining me. I do appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me on here.
And thank you all for watching, too. Do you have a suggestion for Basin Bites? I'll leave my email down below in the article, and just shoot me an email with your suggestion, and we'll reach out, see if we can work something out. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll catch you all on the flip side.